Hi Ghetto Nubias, welcome to the Ghetto Planet. Hands up if you are okay with being told it's okay not to be okay, or straight up being told you gotta fix your health. If you are one of those, trust me when I say you are a rare one, because it's not easy to face up to accountability, to acknowledgement, never mind acceptance. All these come about due to our culturalization, our religion, our fears. And looking at what I've mentioned, we can ballpark them in biology, geography, and social. When we look into those, then you can find the place where all these things stem from. And though saying that, I'm not saying that our culture is bad, our religions are bad, our fears are bad. No, there is the good part of all that. The major is, what do you focus on? Do you focus on the negativities, or do you focus on the positives? When we look at how our culture affects our mental well-being, we tend to then focus just on that negative part. But there is some good in our culture. For example, the way we show respect, the way we show togetherness, the way we support each other. That's some of the good, not all, but there is more good you can find within our culture. Then there is the negative part, where some people, for example, where I come from, there is something called lobola. What is lobola, one might ask? Well, lobola is a dowry in some English cultures. Otherwise, it's an amount or an agreement of objects that can be contributed to the bride's family. So due to that, other men tend to think that now they own the woman, and thus making that person do things, even those that they are not okay doing. And also, one other thing that is part of our culture when it comes to marriage, you're supposed to put up with a lot of things that hurt and that are good for you. And when you go to the places where you think you will get the support, you then get told you're a woman, you are what is called uyimbowodo. That's meaning you are the rock of the family, so you're supposed to be strong. And in turn, it makes a lot of us women just suppress all those emotions that go through us that are negative and heavy to carry, because we need to carry everyone else. Thus, we think of ourselves last because we are putting everyone first before us. And that's where the mental imbalances come up, because you're not taking good care of yourself, because you are caring for others around you before yourself. And this is not just our Black culture. There is also some Western cultures that affect women to that same extent, whereby they are not speaking out about things that hurt them, where they are not ready or able to share the burdens that they carry in their minds, so much that they end up now hitting that imbalance wavelength. For example, if the family is all getting up and leaving the house, mom going to work, dad going to work, kids going to school, in some dynamics, when they get back, the woman still needs to carry the home duties, which then just puts a lot of strain to the woman. Right. And then there is the religion aspect. There are some religions, no name mentioned, that tend to interpret the word to suit the man. That's again putting women in a situation whereby they are not free to speak out, they are not free to seek help, because they are supposed, again, to be that rock solid person within the family dynamics. And then when we look at it, this just didn't start for women when they were adults. And do remember, I'm not just saying that it's women who are only hitting that imbalance wavelength. Men also do that, but I'm here about women because I love all things women. And I love women to have a platform where they can speak out and be heard. So this is by no way underlooking or underweighing what males go through. Okay, back to the topic. And as I was saying, the mental imbalance that we need to deal with and to sort out, it's not something that just came out of the blue. It is things that we have experienced, things that we have lived, things that we've been through. And for most of us, it's our adverse childhood experiences that are now coming out. And they're not coming out in a health situation or in a health platform. So again, as I said last week, face it up, live it, but do not stay there or do not bury yourself within that. Once again, I say wardrobe for mental wellness. How? Right. As the wardrobe is messy because of things that you have bought and not used, things that you will never use, and things that are now old and just sitting there because you're not going to use them again. It's the same thing with our mental space. There is things that we are still holding on to. There's things that are still occupying our space when we can just get rid of them, when we can sort them and see what needs to be kept and what needs to be gotten rid of. Once again, wardrobe for mental wellness. And how do we achieve that? Declutter and declutter and declutter. Right. People, let's not forget, there is good in the bad. It depends on what you do with it. On that note, I would like to say goodbye and take care. Remember, keep wearing the mask, keep distancing. We are not yet out of the pandemic. We are still in it. People, Ghetto Nubians, I see you next week. This is from the Ghetto Nubians heart. See ya!